Hey sweet friends, and welcome back to my channel. I have a ton of more Valentine inspiration for you all today. Let me know in the comments down below, which color do you decorate for Valentine's Day? Do you love more of the pinks, reds, or keeping it neutral with your decor? Personally, I decorate all year with so much neutral farmhouse, which I love. And wood tones. I love bringing in all of the pinks and just colorful decor, but let me know in the comments down below. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into these projects and get some Valentine's inspiration. For this first project, I'm using one of the new little heart wooden signs. I love these so much. They actually look like little mini palette signs, which has always been my favorite to use. So I had to grab a few of these. And actually, if you look online, I didn't know there was even a difference, but they do have two different styles where the wood goes vertically up and down, and then on the other one, the wood goes sideways. So not much of a difference, but you can look for that if you do have an idea that you want to do for this. But for this, I just wanted to make it super simple and add in a splash of that Valentine color into my decor. I love using the pinks, like I said before, so I thought it would be really fun to kind of do slightly different shades of pink. So I do this in a few different projects today, but it just gives it a little bit more detail and looks like really cute, I think. So it's kind of like a subtle detail. And then I was so excited Dollar Tree had these little felt flowers. They had them in this pink and purple pack, and then also in just a solid red pack of 4, but I thought they were too cute to add into Valentine decor. I did pick up a couple extra packs because I even think that would be something really cute to add into my little girl's room. I couldn't find these little craft cubes for the longest time. My Crafter Square just never had them, so whenever I found them, I did pick up several of them, and I just had to go ahead and use them as fast as I could. I thought Valentine's Day would be a perfect way just to add in more of the pink color, but I wanted to stack these up like little decorative blocks. You definitely could paint these to where you would be able to reverse them. I just worried about the Valentine DIY today, but I can always go back and kind of paint the backs if I do want to turn them around. You might even want to paint the block solid white, so none of the pink would show through on the sides if you are into more neutral decor. But doing the same thing I pretty much did to the heart, painting one of them white and then the other two the different shades of pink. I just love doing that so much, but I am going to decorate them so they do go together. So for the top one, I had actually picked up a pack of these metal keys from Hobby Lobby, and you can get these or find them on sale all the time, and they always have different styles. I thought it was funny because some of them looked just like normal house keys, so I didn't want to use that, but I tried to find one that looked really decorative, and this one said secret on it, so I thought that was appropriate for this project. But I am going to tie that one to the top and make a little bow, and then I found some little wooden hearts that I end up using on the bottom 2 squares. I thought it was a neat idea to add the bow kind of on top of the cube because it does give it a little bit more height, but I'm really hoping that I get to find some more of these little cubes. It would be really fun to spell out something. Let me know in the comments down below if you have found these cubes yet. I'm not really sure when everyone started finding them, but I know they've been out for a long time and I have just never got to find them in the store. These are the little wooden hearts I was talking about. I pulled them off of an old sign, and they're just slightly larger than the mini little wooden hearts that I did find at Dollar Tree in the wooden assorted pack of, a couple months ago. One of them was solid, so I just went over it really lightly, but the other one had the word is on it, so I did take a few coats to cover that up. But I feel like they go all together, and I love that extra little splash of detail with one of the pink blocks being a little bit darker. I am loving all of these large cutout words from Dollar Tree, and I feel like I lucked out to be able to get all 3 styles. I tried to look online to see what else they had, and it looked like they had love, XOXO, the home sign with the heart, and I'm thinking there was one more. But I ended up getting 3 of them, so super excited to find them. I just started by painting this with white chalk paint. It is kind of hard to get into all the grooves on the inside and the outside, but I don't feel like spray paint adheres to these very well, but I haven't tried super hard. I just tried to lightly spray over it and it didn't look like it was sticking, so I just stuck with the chalk paint. But for this, I painted it white, and then I wanted to add some little polka dots in here. A sweet subscriber, Robin, sent me some more of these little sponge painters, so thank you so much. I have been loving using these. I was running out because I always have trouble with them kind of drying even though I wash them out. So, and then kind of being too hard to use again, but I just randomly stuck little dots. I feel like it looks better whenever you make them hang over the edge. And then I've learned that whenever you're using this, don't just push it down and pick it up. You have to kind of twist the paint on there so that it does make the complete circle and it's not missing any paint. But this took like a couple of minutes to paint. I just had to wait on the white paint to dry before adding the polka dots. But it was such a large piece and really fun and nice to create for only $1. I am still loving using these little frame signs from Dollar Tree, and I'm so happy that I did get a few of these. I had made a little chalkboard with that in a previous Valentine video, so I'll link that down below if you have not got to see that yet, but I knew I had to try it again and make something different than a chalkboard. I wanted to make like a Valentine sign, so once again I'm just peeling off most of the paper and removing the little wood slats around the edges, and then I flip this over because I need a nice smooth area to glue on my scrapbooking paper, and I'm using one of these Glue Crafters glue sticks or Crafters glue sticks. I feel like you just get less wrinkles than adding a ton of Mod Podge, and then that takes so long to dry. I still love Mod Podge to kind of seal over my projects and hold everything in place once it's done, but underneath I just feel like this works a lot better. I do wish I would have scooted my scrapbooking paper over about 1/2 inch so that the lines would kind of be more even on the edges, if you see what I mean. There's like a full plank on one side, but then I just cut off the edges and replaced back in the little wooden frames, and that is how easy it is to get a frame sign, which is so cool to me. I hope Dollar Tree keeps putting out signs like this that we can use all year. You all know that window clings are always my go-to whenever I am needing some type of like word art on a sign. I just feel like it's the easiest way to get the look that I want. So I had picked up these 2 different styles at Dollar General. They are still just $1 there, but I love going there and checking out what they have because it really mixes it up, and like it's not all the time Dollar Tree items. But it had this little love word and these little hearts. You could definitely cut this out on a Cricut or use stickers if you want, but I just found these and I love the burlap background, so I decided to add that on top of there. I overlaid a couple of the random little hearts that came on this sheet, but I feel like this is just the easiest way to add decor to your wall art signs without having to spend like very much money at all, and then I'll get to use this on multiple projects. And then for the back, I usually cover the ugly back with craft paper, so that's something I'll probably do later on. I was just on a tight schedule right now. I'm getting so many things done, but I wanted to add in a really like fancy hanger rather than just my jute string. So I had some of these leftover Christmas beads. It was a little beaded garland from Hobby Lobby, and I just never really used it this year, so I thought this was a perfect time to, just without putting it in storage, get to use it. So I hot glued it on the back as a hanger and then made a little burlap bow. Super easy. I always loop over the ribbon and tie the tails together, and you get a perfect bow every time, but added that to the top for a finished look. And then for the last project, I'm making just a crazy simple little sign. I love these signs with the wooden frames, and I have a lot of shelves in my home, so it's just fun to make these crazy simple little projects to kind of place that extra color, like I said. I wanted this to kind of look farmhouse, but have that splash of color. So of course I wanted to cover over the little dog bones, but I am definitely keeping that wooden frame. I just love it so much and it goes so good with my decor. I cut down a piece of Hobby Lobby scrapbooking paper. I love this vintage looking like script on this paper. It just looks so pretty and kind of has like a romantic Valentine look to it. So, but I do use this throughout the year. But I just am gluing it down with the same little glue stick, pressing it down. If you wanted to, you could paint the background white if you want to double check that nothing is showing through. But this seemed to be covering it really well. And then using some more of my Dollar General window clings, I just picked out this farmhouse one that kind of has the fake barnwood, and I was loving how it looked. So Mod Podged that down, and that is how simple it is to create a Valentine decor for your home that is super simple but looks really, really pretty. Thank you all so much for coming along and crafting with me today. I love, like I said, bringing in all of those pinks and just colorful decor to decorate with the Valentine's season. February is always like a cold, wintry month, so it's fun just bringing in all of the colorful little decor. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you are subscribed, and I'll see you next time. Happy crafting. Bye.